first and foremost. And all praises on the Lord, to Yahweh, Bashim Yahushua, Bashim Yahushua, and double honors to the elders and apostles of the great millstone who do rule and teach well. And peace and blessings to the full elect. My brother here, Shema Shwan, with a new video. And we're going to be edifying. I want to mainly get into some various topics. I found this House resolution bill that I want to speak on. Was the House Res 114, which basically sets up for the government to create a cyber national guard, which they already technically have that already. So I want to touch on certain scriptures on that, and I also want to check out another article. I think that's Tawab for lighting. I want to bring out another article by the Gateway Pundit. It's more of a truther website, and I want to speak on some things with that. And if there's time, I may speak on that the whole alphabet model boy. I spoke on that before in the video, but I want to bring it out at camp, maybe bring out some extra scriptures, whatever the Spirit allows. So I'm just gonna go wherever the Spirit leads me, and Lord willing, it's edifying. So let's just go here. Also, Lord willing, I don't get kicked out, because I am in a park, and a park is public property, but over there is not public property. That's private. So hold on. All right, so we straight. So let's get this first article, first source or whatever. See here, it's House Res, and it says, I read it on congress.gov. Let me see. Cyber National Guard. Okay. So this is this is HR 119 at the 117th Congress, and this is congress.gov, where you can find this House resolution. And House resolution basically means that whatever piece of legislation, I guess this means this was in like proposal stage, was proposed. I think I'm straight if I walk over here. Just the lighting isn't too good. It's actually kind of a good thing, because it's really hot out here. So you might stand out here. We'll just stay where we were before. Maybe just move the camera further back or something. But good spots out here is kind of sparse. Spots that are kind of away from people, but at the same time not you have some decent lighting. But I think this is about the best I can do. Or yeah, perfect. That'll do. Yeah, I just had to think about that for a second. So yeah, that's about as good as I'm gonna get out here today. This ain't my normal camp spot, man. To take care of some business. So instead of just having to take the bus all the way back and do all that garbage, might as well just camp right here and get it in on my way back home. So this is HR 119, to the required Director of National Intelligence to conduct a study on the feasibility of establishing a cyber defense national guard. All right. So this is what this bill is about. So then it just talks about included analysis of the cost of creating a cyber defense national guard. And this is just something that was introduced. It's not, actually, it's just introduced. It hasn't been passed, and they actually have it here. I actually like that about this site. It doesn't tell you. It shows you like the steps of the law that's introduced, passed House, passed Senate, to President, became law. Because with these laws, the President has to sign off on it, and the President has a right to veto a law. All this stuff goes back to ancient Rome and stuff. The number of persons who would be needed to defend the critical infrastructure of the United States from a cyber attack are man-made, intentional, or unintentional catastrophic incident. And we know that the government are really the ones that control the the cyber warfare. They're the ones that are controlling the hackers. They're the ones that send the hackers. You have to ask yourself a question. Like they used to do this thing in the Roman court, where the courts always ask, "Cui bono?" Cui bono, which means who benefits, who stands to benefit. And you have to look at all these hacking incidents that happens to meat producers, and you have to see, okay, well, who's the ones that are really benefiting? And when you start to look at it and you start to trace the money, it always goes back to these elite banking families: Rothschilds, Warburgs, Gettys, DuPonts, etc., etc. The wicked. All right, Esau, Edom. All right, same way that Esau, he had 5 sons. What happened with Mayor Amschel Rothschild, or Bauerberg? Okay, Mayor Amschel Bauerberg. Okay, what did he do? He had 5 sons. All right, so he did the exact same thing because he's wicked, man, and he's, the sea lion, the wicked. So of course he's gonna do that, man. He sent his sons to take over the world, pretty much. Sent one to France. One went to stayed in Germany. Could be butchering that, but I know they were messing heavy in Germany with the Warburgs, the Rothschild. They say the Rothschilds were it was either the Warburgs or the Oppenheimers. I think it was the Oppenheimers that actually trained the Rothschilds on banking, But back to this, I want to actually get a quick precept. Since we're talking about it, we'll get the precept on this one real quick. We'll just get into it, And the spirit slakia for the little, jumpiness. Well, it's not really jumpiness, but like kind of like, errors and trying to find the right spot. I might really. I did a video out here with a brother a long time ago, with the brother Rakami. I'm on that bench right there. But my first time kind of camping out here, So once again, Lord willing, it be edifying. So this is the book of Ezekiel 28. I'll just read from the top. The word of the Lord came again unto me, saying, Son of man, say unto the prince of Tyrus, thus saith the Lord power Yahweh, because thine heart is lifted up, and thou hast said, I am a God, I sit in the seat of the Most High, in the midst of the seas, yet thou art a man and not the Most High, but I set thy heart as the heart of the Most High. So you see with Esau, man, he thinks of himself as the Most High. He thinks of himself as having the mind of the Most High. You know why? Because Esau is proudful, man, or prideful. Slocking, not proudful. That's not a word. Esau is prideful. He has a lot of arrogance and pride in his heart, man. Right? Because he's wicked, man. His heart is not set upright within him, man. And we gotta have to get that. We're gonna have to get that precept now, Precept upon precept, line upon line. So, spirit is leading me here. So, let's just go into it. Let's go. All right, now we're getting warmed up. It's the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2. I'll just start from the top. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon a tower, and will watch to see what he say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And the Lord answered me and said, Write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. Right? And that's what we do on the highways and byways. We make it plain upon tables. Right? We make it the scriptures, able to be understood. We explain it in simple terms, man. Apostle Paul broke it down himself. He said he doesn't speak with clever words, lest this ministry, this truth, be made of none effect. Roughly paraphrasing, roughly quoting. All right. So when we come out here, we speak basic terms. However we can explain it. We explain it basically for everyone to understand. We're not out here like some professors and stuff like that saying, "Oh well." Then this happened, we're not out here on that kind of time, man. We're just gonna explain it to you. You get it, you don't. Alright, I'm not gonna sit here for hours trying to teach no Edomite, especially not no old ass Edomite, because that is an old folks home. that is an old folks home. Fuck that shit. But when they don't come around here, man, start spreading that bullshit. So let's go here. Let's read on down. Let's see here. What does it say? Let's check this out. Okay, break down the scriptures. Run, Ra'atazah, post. Go back to post means to carry the news. Tell what's going on in the world to the hopeful elect so that they may move accordingly. Alright? Yeah, that's right. You know, eventually I have the words. I'll be having fun with these breakdowns, man. I said dip out when Jacob's trouble, aka famine of the word, gets out, which now I should probably word that a bit better, man. You know, word that a bit more professionally. But eventually, because of the famine of the word, we're not gonna really be out here on the highways and hedges, man. You know, we gonna leave. You know, you're not gonna see us posting videos on YouTube no more. You know, so you better milk it. You better milk it and use it while you got it. You know, you better milk it and use it while you got it. Use the Daily Motion. Alright, use the YouTube, man. You better use it while you got it. We don't charge you any money. You know, no brother ever asked you, hey man, I'm gonna need, you know, some subscription service for you to watch this video. Nah, bro, we have everything for free. And that's what we do. So he may run that readeth that you teach, then others learn, then they teach. Alright, and then we, you know, push out the information. And that's how we get information around through the unicorn, which is the internet. You know, so as I say again, I'm gonna say it one more time. Milk it while you got it, man. Do your GMS homeworks, cause that's how I learned, how I, you know, was able to come out here, you know, by doing the GMS homeworks. All right. Let's see here. Let's go back down to what we were reading. Let's see. I think it seems I've lost my tab. Hold on. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get it. Okay. Verse 3. Let's see verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. All right, and these prophecies are happening before our eyes. You know, the prophecies for an appointed time, and this is the time that we're living in, man. We're in the time of prophecy. You know, so let's see here if we can get that other precept. If I know where it is off the top. Let me see where that is, man. Where that at? What am I thinking of? I'm thinking of salvation nearer. From when we believe. Let's go ahead and get that one. It's the book of Romans, chapter 13, verse 11. And that knowing the time, that now it is high time to wake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believed. Alright, so right now it's high time to wake out of sleep. Wake up from that spiritually dead state. Alright, wake up out of slumber, wake up out of rest. Alright, wake up out of that darkness, which is absence of wisdom. Alright, light represents wisdom. Being a child of light, or the children of light, represents how we can see everything before us. Right now it's very sunny out here, which, you know, it's a blessing, of course, you know, because I don't really want to be out here in the rain, and if it was kind of cloudy out here, you know, even here the light would probably not be that good, but the spot would still be, you know, too wild for camp. But, you know, as I was saying, basically, you know, when you're a child of light, you can see everything through the Ruach Kodash, the Holy Spirit. And you can see what's coming down, man. You can see, you know, as I'm doing right now, going to these, you know, law websites, going to congress.gov, you know, and reading, you know, that the U.S. government wants to make a cyber national guard, which they say want to defend against terror, cyber terror, you know, and other unseen catastrophic events. All right, but, you know, we already know that they want to have a false flag event, you know, and blame it on us Israelites, man. You know, who do you think they're going to have out there? These various cyber groups, you know, to try and get brothers, man. You know, they're going to order out FEMA troops. You have FEMA troops and shit like that. And those cyber guys are probably going to be the ones that are probably going to have them, you know, whatever they're going to do, get our videos off the internet, you know, and so on and so forth. They could even, you know, probably try to shut your stuff down or whatever, try to, you know, hack into your accounts, you know, put some bullshit on there. You never know. You know, this is Esau we're talking about, man. You're a damn devil. But some way, somehow, they're going to get that famine of the word. They're going to shut off the internet so we can't use it. And we can't you know, post videos on it. Or shut us off. Maybe not get rid of the internet. They may do that for a while. They may have a blackout. But during that famine of the word, they're going to basically more than likely have it with the MOTB, and you can't post there. You know, it could be something that go down like that, man. All right. So, for now, is our salvation nearer than what we believe? So salvation is near, man. You know, look at these prophecies. You know, let's see if we can get this scripture since we we're thinking about it. You know, since we're thinking about it, let's just go ahead and get it. You know, ain't gonna hurt to go ahead and read these scriptures. So let's go. Let's see. Maybe it's another one. Oh, I know where it is. I know exactly where it is. Let's see if it's here, if my memory is good. This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 9, verse 1. He answered me and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and will not see part of the signs. Pastor, I've told you before that he is talking about the angel, what is it? Awar Allah, or light of God or fire of God, like the angel. Awar Allah, explaining and breaking it down to the prophet Ezra. Alright. Verse 2, right? Measure thou time diligently, right? Measure. When you measure something, you take account. Alright. And like, I remember I was standing out there in the New York camp. The brother Amon Alaba was breaking it down, and he was speaking on it and basically talking about, like, if you got something to go to, an event, it could be a wedding or whatever, you know, go to family weddings. Well, I mean, no one's getting married anyway, but you know, I'll deal with that if that happens. You know, may have to go to play stupid, you know, depending on who it is. If it's like a parent, I may have to, you know, play stupid, but you know, it is what it is. I'm not gonna really think too hard about that garbage. Lord willing, I don't gotta go to no damn wedding, you know. But you know, you measure, right? Like, you have an event, you gotta measure, see the time. All right, so I got 3 hours till this event. Like, we gotta go to work. I got 3 hours till I gotta go to work. You know, my clothes are still dirty. I got a lot of dirty clothes. All right, well, I need to go wash them dirty clothes. I need to dry them. All right, that's gonna maybe take me 2 hours. You know, going there, doing my business, and then coming back. You know, and then I got 1 more hour left. Oh, I'm gonna be hungry by then, so I need to make me some food to eat, you know, on the way. And then it's like, okay, then you go to work. And you did all that by measuring, all right? But what's the measuring time, the measuring stick, to be able to measure how far we are from World War III, from how far we are to Jacob's trouble, or how are you even gonna know what Jacob's trouble even is? You know, because even if you want to go somewhere, forget measuring. How are you even going to know where the destination is if you don't know what the destination is? If you don't even know it, okay? So the way you're going to learn all that is by getting into the scriptures, man. This is the measuring stick, okay? The Apocrypha, the Holy Bible, okay? That is the measuring stick, all right? Don't worry about all those damn other books, all right? Testament of Asher, I haven't even bothered with that one. But that book, if the elders haven't signed off on it, don't bother with it. Okay, if the elders have not signed off on it, don't bother with it. Don't bother with that book, the one about Lilith and all that. Don't bother with that stuff, man. You know, a lot of those books, they even tell you that they're like made up. They use like terms and different like literary terms and tell you that, yeah, this is basically a made up book. This is not real, you know. But there are. I'm not saying that there aren't other documents out there, because there are. There's many documents, you know, and stuff out there that it didn't make it to the Bible. They say the Vatican has an underground vault with them, you know. So you know, we really won't know until the time comes, and then, you know, Lord willing, brothers, you know, I'm with that number, and we'll just bust down there and go see what they got hiding down there, man. You know, like, we're gonna go steal other stuff that they got, gold and other fine materials they got hidden up. You know, we're gonna take that. It's gonna belong to us. You know, well, they're gonna belong to us too, because they're gonna be slaves. You know, which is a blessing. Verse 2. And then shalt thou understand that it's the very same time when the highest begin to visit the world which he made. Alright, it's the very same time when the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Alright. Most High Yahweh, alright, in Yahushai, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Yahweh is gonna come very soon, man. Alright, and in the time of World War III to bring destruction onto this place. Alright. You can even read it if you can even stay in the same book. I'm gonna need a new apocrypha. This is see this is wear and tear. This is what happens when you use your scriptures, man. That's good. You're supposed to use them, but eventually they'll break apart. That's normal. This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 13, verse 1. It came to pass in 7 days I dreamed a dream by night, and lo, there rose a wind from the sea, and moved all the ways thereof. And I behold, and lo, that man that waxed strong with the thousands of heavens, the angels. And that man that waxed strong with the thousands of heaven, that's talking about Yahushai. And the thousands of heaven is the angels, are the angels. Yahushai is the chief angel. Okay? Yahushai was there in the first spirit created. That's why he's called the first begotten son of the Heavenly Father. Okay? Because Yahushai is the first spirit created. Then he created the angels, the Elohim. Among those Elohim are certain men that are alive to this day in the truth. Lo one, I'm one of them. So that's facts. Okay, that's facts. And you can read this here. It's in Revelation. I am thy fellow servant. An angel's talking to John the Revelator, because John the Revelator was about to bow to an angel, and the angel said, no, I'm your fellow servant. And you break down the word fellow servant. I'm your fellow meaning likened, and servant meaning obviously servant or employee. So I am your fellow employee. Okay, so don't bow to me. I'm your fellow employee. Bow to Yahushai. Okay? Anytime someone bowed to Yahushai never told them to get up. Alright? So that's like we know you're supposed to worship Yahweh Yahushai. Okay? Yahweh Yahushai. Alright? Verse 3. Verse 2. And lo, there rose a wind from the sea and moved all the ways thereof. And I behold, and lo, that man walked like strong with the thousands of heavens. And when he turned his countenance to look, all things trembled that were seen under him. Alright, so all them soldiers are going to tremble, man. They're going to be afraid. Alright? When Yahushua returns. The scriptures talk about how all kindred shall wail because of him. So let's see it. Let's see it. Damn bugs. Damn bugs. Fuck. Hopefully they don't get in my bag and shit. I don't want to go home and open up my bag and see some fucking caterpillar, running around in my shit. But I didn't buy any food, so I should be straight. There's no food up in there. So let us go see Revelation chapter 1, and I'll start at verse 7. Behold, he cometh with clouds, which are chariots. Every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, and all kings of the earth shall woe because of him. Even so, amen. All right, we'll talk about how they pierced him. On one side, these Edomites, all those Edomite Romans coming back anyway, which pierced Yahushai. But when you look into that word crucifixion, it basically means to cross out, basically. All right, and that's what they've done here in America. They've crossed out the true image and nature of Yahushai. They sold Yahushai, right? They changed his name to Jesus. Which that was really Jake who did that. That's like the Greek way of saying Yahushai. And then they put out this image of Cesare Borgia, who was a known homosexual, and he slept with his fucking sister, and they made him the new image. I believe it was Michelangelo who painted it. Alright, but this image, this false image, Jesus Christ, this is just an image of Cesare Borgia. Alright, this right here is wicked. Alright, this is not the true image according to the Holy Bible. Yahushai was a dark-skinned man, very dark-skinned, okay? A dark-skinned man, a melanated man, alright, according to the scriptures. And you can prove it even here in Revelations. In Revelation, the first chapter, John the Revelator, because he's bound before Yahushai, said his feet were burnt brass, man. If they burnt in the furnace, take anything you burn it in the furnace, it's going to turn very dark. So Yahushua was a very dark-skinned man. He wasn't so-called light-skinned. He wasn't so-called pale. He wasn't red. Okay, he was dark. That's point blank. Period. All right. Come out the waters of Judah, man. Judah and the tribes at one point were all brown, man. All brown skin, man. People of color. You have certain tribes that still have their color, but they kind of got lightened up, with Esau taking down certain of our tribes, and so on and so forth. Of course, you have certain Judites, who are going to look kind of lighter because, Judah, during the Dark Ages, they took down these Edomites, and ruled over them, So they have kids that are a little bit lighter. Personally, I believe that's where my family lineage comes from. I'm not really gonna speak on that too much, but I just know that my great grandfather is an Israelite, which they say that he looked a little bit lighter, but he is an Israelite because I'm out here, okay, point blank, period. And even like if I tell you guys my last name. My last name goes back to Scotland, and when you go look into history, you had a lot of Scottish Jakes that were actually pulled from Scotland and pulled over to North America as political prisoners because basically they were rebelling against Esau out there in Scotland. And that's Jake's nature right there, man. I believe Irish or Ireland even means irate man or angry man, basically, something along those lines. But I'm not really gonna speak on that too much. I may, upload a video that someone else made that kind of goes into the topic. But they say a lot of those Scottish were actually dragged over here as political prisoners, prisoners of war. But they're really Jakes. Even the documents will show you that they were dark and swarthy of skin. So who knows? My seed line could actually come from that. But I just know that I'm an Israelite. All right, I'm of the tribe of Judah. All right, point blank, period. Moving on. Verse 14. And I already read that whale because of him, right? That's obvious. Right? They all gonna be scared. Everyone's gonna know that we're the sons of God. Right? That's why it says Romans 18, they all, the creation of Israel, wait earnestly for the manifestation of the sons of God, which will be manifested when Yahushua returns. Alright, so moving on, let's get down here. Verse 4, and whatsoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice, like as the earth faileth when it filleth the fire. Alright, because of that voice, man, them laser beams. Alright, so wherever his voice goes, wherever those laser beams go, alright, the earth is gonna fill the fire. These people gonna burn up, man, they're gonna turn to ash. Alright. Verse 5. After this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of the heaven to subdue the man that came out of the sea. Alright, and this is talking about these different nations, man. All these nations are gonna come down to the Middle Eastern region, and they're going to fight Yahushua, man. They all gonna try to fight Yahushua. They think that they can take down Yahushua, and they're gonna be the ones to rule. So let's go ahead and get some precepts. Let me see here if this thing is burning. Nah, we straight. Alright, we straight. I just don't want the thing to overheat, and then obviously we'll be pretty assed out. Then I'll actually have to go move to my normal camp spot, which I don't want to do. I don't want to do that. So let's go back. Let's get some precept. Let's get a precept real quick. Then maybe we'll go read a little bit more on this. We'll read 2nd Esdras 9. And we might loop back to Habakkuk 2. We'll loop back to Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter. And then maybe we'll get back into this cyber defense bill, cyber National Guard bill. I may bring out some more info, and as I said, I ain't strict out here, man, with this camp. I'll go anywhere, wherever the Spirit allows. I don't really got an exact plan of action today of where I want to go. I'll go wherever the Spirit wants me to go. So let's go Let's go get this one. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 2, verse 1. Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? Alright, so the heathen rage during the time of Yahweh Shai. The heathens thought that killing Yahweh Shai will put a stop to everything that goes around him. The people imagine a vain thing. During the same time period, the wicked Israelites also thought the same thing. Nowadays, the same things are happening. The heathens are trying to stop the word from coming out, whereas the wicked Israelites are trying to subvert the true prophets of the Lord and the true gospel. Exactly. And that's why your Christian pastors, they don't like us. All right, they don't speak on us. Well, I haven't really seen any of them like speak on us per se, but I think I may have seen a thing or two. They say, "Oh, those Israelites are all bad and whatever," but they don't acknowledge us as the true prophets. They don't acknowledge that what we're saying is the truth. They don't, advertise our content, man. If they were truly righteous, then for one, they would step down as preachers. That's number one. And step two, they would say, those men are the true prophets of the Lord. Those men are the people you should be listening to. I can't do this. I'm not qualified. That's what they should do. If they had any form of integrity, that's what you Christian pastors out there would do. That's what you Baptist church would do. But number one, you guys are paid off. A lot of you Baptist church pastors, you shake hands with governors and lawyers, attorney generals, and all these guys, because you in bed with Esau, man. You in bed with Esau. A lot of you guys live way better than your congregation. Your congregation living in fucking boxes and shit, and you living in a mansion, man. You mooching off the population, man. You a leech. You a leech in the so-called black community, man. Predominantly the black community. So let's get a scripture on that. See, man. I'm all over the place, man. Look at me, man. Damn. I'm all over the place, man. I'm all over the place. I'm loose. We loose out here, man. We all over the place, man. We going everywhere. We're not gonna be too strict today, man. Flexible. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 9, verse 16. For leaders, people causing the air, and they that are led to them are destroyed. And they that are led of them are destroyed. Exactly. Leaders cause them to err, and that's what our pastors do. All right, they cause us to err. They don't teach us the scriptures. Let me see here if I could. Let me see what the brother says first, and then maybe I might get a little something of my own. Let's see if I could dig a little bit more info out of this. There's some go-to websites if you ever want a little bit more info. Just use Bible Hub. Hey, I don't know what the scripture means, so hey, I need to get a little bit more. See if we can get a little bit more on this Bible Hub, because you get this. Even gives you cross references. I can honestly make a list and set up a camp and get like 20 scriptures just using like this website right here, and those that mislead are swallowed up. Exactly. So those they mislead are swallowed up. So those that you people out there that these pastors are misleading, you're gonna get swallowed up. You're gonna get destroyed. All right. They have led them down the path of destruction. That's the NLT version. All right. They have led them down the path of destruction, because that's what's gonna lead to your destruction, man. I follow these Christian churches. It's all gonna lead to your utter annihilation at the hand of nuclear missiles, chariot laser beams, and at the hands of brothers, man. At the hands of brothers. Little brothers are going to snap your shit up, man. Break into your whatever little hiding spot, wherever you got. You're probably going to catch you while you're eating your next plate of rat stew. Flip over your plate of rat stew, and we're going to use spiritual power and beat the hell out of you, man. And I'm laughing on it now, but it's going to happen. It's real. All right? It's real. We're really going to do that stuff to you, man. We're not gonna have any mercy towards you. We're gonna beat your ass, man. You're gonna get a divine ass whooping. All right, and you've had it coming, because remember in the scriptures, you guys, you 2/3, every man stand his lot. So for thousands of years, you haven't been listening to us, man. Live one life telling you, hey, knock that off. You ain't listen. You go off anyway. Then you get judged. Then boom, you come back again. You don't listen. You get judged. And now here you are again. We're telling you what's going on. You aren't listening. And now you're going to get judged. All right? And you deserve it, man. You deserve it. So you're going to get the punishment that's according to what you deserve, man. You're going to get nuked. All right? So let's go ahead and get that scripture. Oh, I'm loose, man. I don't know. I don't know, man. Loose ain't the best term. I don't know where I'm going, bro. Man. I'll do what I'll do. I'm getting all these precepts. Thought y'all about should be outside, man. The scriptures are loose. Let's go. Let's go, man. We out here. We out here, man. We out here. You know? Let me see here. Let's see. What was that precept I just thought of? No. Cometh. There we go. Let's see if we can find what I'm looking for. Oh, shit. Okay. This is the book of Colossians chapter 3, verse 4. Mortify therefore your members which are upon the earth, fornication, uncleanness, inordinate affection, evil concupiscence, and covetousness, which is idolatry. So all that stuff that we just read about, concupiscence, all that stuff is idolatry, because basically you're worshiping lust and those desires of the flesh more than you worship the Most High. And that's why it's lust. You know, that's why it's, oh shit. I actually left my my sign in the bag. Oh damn, bro. I actually forgot to bring this out. What the hell? Fuck. Well, I'm not redoing it, man. That's a big my bad. I ain't redoing it. I ain't redoing it, man. You know. Alright, so oh fuck. I really need to have a live stream, man. My memory is not good. I didn't sleep too long last night. Alright. Verse 6, so which things sake the wrath of the Most High cometh upon the children of disobedience. Alright, so that same idolatry, evil concupiscence, so on and so forth, all those lusts and desires of the flesh, for those same things are gonna come the wrath of the Most High upon the children of disobedience. The children of disobedience are 2/3. That's the same exact people, bro. Same exact people. Alright? It's not hard to understand. Let's go here. This is a book of Ephesians. I'll honestly start at verse 1. Be followers of the Most High's dear children, and walk in love as Christ, or Yahushua Mashiach, also have loved us, have given himself for us as an offering and sacrifice to the Most High for a sweet smell and savor. So basically, Yahushua, he was sacrificed. He's that ultimate sacrificial offering, and basically, through his death, through his murder, at the hands of those damn devils and those wicked jakes, is how we're under grace right now, man. You know how we're able to come into this thing and grow into this thing, because the scriptures do say that all have fallen short of the glory of the Most High. So we've all fallen short, you know. And even with Yahushua, the scriptures talking about how Yahushua had to first make a sacrifice for himself and then for us, because Yahushua, he sinned in his past life as Adam and then as Solomon. So Yahushua, he sinned. In his past lives, you know. That's why Yahushua said, why callest thou me good? There is no good but the Father, because the Father Yahweh never goes off. The Father Yahweh never sins. The Father Yahweh is completely, perfectly righteous in everything, okay? It's perfect, all right? So that was pretty much that. Where was I before? Holy shoot! Where was I before? Oh yeah, let's read verse 2, right? And walk in love as Yahushua Mashiach also had loved us and had given himself for an offering and sacrifice to the Most High for a sweet smelling savor. So walk in love. So you're supposed to act with love. Love towards your brothers, okay? Not love towards the world, not love towards your mama, alright? Just care about your mama, you know? If your mom, you know, that's your mom. Take care of your mom. Be polite, be respectful to people, so on and so forth. But don't let that love pull you out of the truth. You start going to fucking birthdays and shit. Just say you don't want to go. Or make up any excuse. Say that you can't go. Simple as that. Alright? Or as I do, I just be honest. I just say I don't want to go to that. It's just gonna be a bunch of, you know, black people sitting in the fucking room just staring at the TV. I don't say niggas. See, I'm respectful to my parents. I don't say it's just gonna be a bunch of niggas in a room watching some fucking cartoons because you got little kids in the room. You know, I'll be respectful to my parents, man. The scriptures say, be respectful. Okay? Be respectful. Alright? Verse 3. But fornication, all uncleanness, or covetousness, let it not once be named among you. Let it not be once named among you as becometh saints. Saints are holy people, man. So all that stuff, as you see here, fornication, uncleanness, covetousness, spiritual fornication, doing idolatry, engaging in all this garbage and witchcraft and uncleanness and covetousness. Alright, being in that unclean state of mind. Alright, don't let that be named once among you, mean that you're not supposed to engage in that kind of behavior, man. You're just supposed to come out here, alright, have mercy on your people, man. The hopeful elect, come out here and teach. Alright, give mercy to sincere brothers, be polite to sincere brothers. You know, people that come up, you know, if they don't want to get it, hey man, we moving on. But if you want to listen, you know, then hey man, if you're sincere brother, you want to listen, you know, then hey, you know, it's open to you. You know, we'll answer your questions, we'll be polite, we'll be merciful to you, you know, and that's about it. You know, Spirit's got to be dealing with you. Verse 4, neither filthiness nor foolish talking nor jesting, that which are not convenient, but rather giving the thanks. Exactly. So stop with all that foolishness. And it's not saying that you can't joke around and have fun, alright, but you know, we give thanks, man. We don't be, you know, on straight garbage time like these other people in the world be joking 24/7. They don't have a serious bone in their body. Okay? We have something called solemn days because it's a balance. Certain days we're serious. So other days a bit more jovial, right? You know, I tend to be a bit more jovial, you know, throughout my day. On non-Sabbath days, then, you know, I kind of, you know, relax a little bit. But on Sabbath days, you know, I don't really talk to people too much. I, you know, try to stay away from people as a whole. You know, just try to, you know, get my stuff out, get my stuff done, you know, and then move on. You know, a great tool for that is just having headphones. Just having some headphones. You don't even need to have any music or anything playing in them. You know, personally, on Sabbath days, I may listen to like Alex Jones, like commentary or something on like a topic, or watch a movie, Alex Jones movie, or something. Have that play on just to have noise on, or I'll listen to World Alternative Media. You know, and I'll keep that on. And people, they'll leave you alone, man. You know, if you have headphones on, they'll say, "Oh, he's listening to music. Oh, he's in the zone." You're not talking to him. You don't even need to have anything in it. You know, so headphones, earbuds. Ideally ones that are pretty fucking big so people can definitely see that you're busy and they'll leave you the hell alone. You know. Verse 5. For this ye know that no whoremonger, nor unclean person, nor covetous man, which is an idolater, have any inheritance in the kingdom of Yahushua Mashiach and of the Most High. And the word for inheritance is kletomaya. And if you look in the same word, have no inheritance or no part. You read that in 1 Corinthians 6, 9, and 10. It says about the same thing. But that word is kletomaya. This was kletomaya. But I like the definition here in kletomaya, which I'm about to read for you here. The eternal blessedness of the consummated kingdom of the Most High, which is to be expected after the visible return of Yahushua Mashiach. When Yahushua returns, that's going to be signaling the end, right? The end of Esau's rulership and the beginning of the rulership, the eternal blessed rulership of the Israelites, of course, under Yahushua, King David, the 12, everyone else under them, the 144,000, everyone else, you know, the great multitude, That's basically the pecking order. Okay, and of course there's going to be jobs, and certain men are going to have to destroy the missile bunkers. Other men are going to have to control the cleaning up of the Middle Eastern region so we can build the 12 gates. We have other things, other projects. There's going to be order. There's going to be jobs that are going to be meted out for every brother, every single man. Okay, it's going to be like that. As in with these nations, you heathens, you're going to have your jobs. Okay, you're going to clean up this portion of land. I'm going to have 120 of you. I have you elites. You're going to clean up this part of land and clean up all these dead bodies. You're going to put a little mark on them, a little flag on them, to mark where these dead bodies are so these guys can go pick them up and move them, and that's going to be their job, because we don't sever out men of continual employment. All right, slaves, brother, slaves. All right. So yeah, consummated means complete. So the eternal blessed consummated kingdom, the complete kingdom, so we're going to get when Yahweh Shai returns. And of course, as I said, we're gonna have things built by these heathens, and so on and so forth, But if you're 2/3, you die in this time, you will not experience that. You will be dead. You will have to wait until you reincarnate, and you reincarnate as one of our children, as our children. Verse 6: Let no man deceive you with vain words, for because of these things cometh the wrath of the Most High upon the children of disobedience. So let no man deceive you with vain words. And I looked at the word vain, devoid of truth. Alright, devoid of truth. So basically, lies. Something's devoid of truth, it's a lie. So if someone come out here and tell you, hey man, America ain't gonna be destroyed, bro. Just have fun, man. What you doing out there standing with a Bible and a tripod and you're out there teaching? What are you doing? Alright, I'm teaching because this is what the Most High has ordered me to. This is what the Most High has ordered me to do. Slack it, brothers. That thing is really getting loud. I think it's the old folks' home. I think they ain't gonna get that because they probably too old and too fat to get the fucking car. What a fucking shame, man. Just be an old fat ass, can't even get your own car. Fucking ridiculous. Brothers, I could tell that's probably annoying some of you brothers out there. I'm just gonna walk out here, make this my new spot. This is a good spot. The other spot was better. I honestly think you can still hear it. Fuck. I don't want to have to go to the other side of the park, man. Yeah, I should try walking down just a tad bit more. Let's see. Is that good? Man, this is fucking ridiculous. We'll keep it here, man. This is the best I can do. They better send some dickhead to go and fucking move this guy's car and pick up that fucking alarm. Alright, so we're just gonna keep speaking. If that don't go off in like the next 10 minutes, we'll move again. Oh no, that's a fucking ambulance. I think that's a fucking ambulance. Holy fuck. There's a fire? Damn. Hey, I hope someone fucking died in there. Well, willing. He fucking burned in there, fucking dickheads. Fuck him. They should have chose a different day to fucking croak. Fucking assholes. Let's go here. Verse 7. Be not ye therefore takers with them. So, because these vain words, these Christian pastors and teachers are teaching you, they're going to get the wrath of the Most High. ICBM's going to come down upon these people and destroy them. Alright, so that is that. So we can go back to 2nd Ezra 9. We could probably see if we could read a little bit more here. And then maybe we'll go back to that Habakkuk 2. Alright, verse 2. Then shalt thou understand. So let's just read again from the top. 2nd Ezra 9 and 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before. Then shalt thou understand at this very same time when the highest began to visit the world which he made. Okay, so just imagine when you look at the scriptures, we can see that this is the very same time which the highest will return to the world which he made. Okay, through Yahweh Shai, as we all know. Alright, and we're seeing that time, coming upon the earth very soon. Okay, through Spirit, we can see the prophecies coming to pass. And this place don't have much time left, as you all know. Okay, and that whole CBDC executive order, basically to mitigate risk on it, or that they were going to make some looking into it. The executive order that the president made on it. That was like a month ago. I actually remember that. I remember watching the first few minutes of the Elder Apostles camps, or the camp of the Apostle Elders. That's better. All right, and they were basically speaking on that. So that's what's going down. That's real. All right. There's other things out there with the WEF, the World Economic Forum, speaking on that heavily. Speaking on, okay, we need to microchip people. That was a Gateway Pundit article I had. We may or may not, get up to that. Verse 3. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, earthquakes, because you do see earthquakes in the world, literally, because USGS, there's earthquakes happening all over the place. You have little earthquakes and bigger earthquakes all over the world that happen constantly. It talks about that in Matthew 24 as well. How there's earthquakes in the world, man. That's all real. All right, and uproars of the people in the world. What you're seeing that, man. You're seeing that constantly. People speaking up against this stuff. I think there was a rebellion, and I'm not sure if it was Myanmar or one of those kind of countries like that where they got the president out. But not too long ago, it was a Shinzo Abe. Someone else got murked. One of those Japanese leaders. He got assassinated, and the chief of police, he quit right after that. So, as you all know, things are going on in the world, man. Things are always going down in the world, And of course, you always have protests and people speaking up about this stuff on the internet, and the news, whistleblowers, tongue fall upon themselves, etc., etc. So let's go back to Habakkuk. This is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 3 to the 2, verse 4. That's just how I read verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but the end shall speak and not lie, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. Alright, so these prophecies, they gonna come to pass, man, whether you want them to or not. Okay? They gonna happen. There's nothing you can say or do that's gonna make these prophecies stop happening. You're so great. That's how prideful your average American is. He thinks that because he's so great, because he does his little shitty fucking non-profit business, okay, that he's safe from judgment. Alright, you're not safe from judgment, asshole. You don't get judged. Whether you want to or not. Alright. Verse 5. Verse 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. Alright. His soul which is lifted up in him looked up, there's nothing right in him. And the first part's talking about Esau, man. His soul is lifted up because he has that pride in him, man. He has that pride in him because he's been going around making all this new technology. Now he thinks he's the Most High. He's the Most High. Maybe we'll go back to that too. That's where I wanted to go. Ezekiel 28, and I think around the 4th verse, we'll touch on that too. But he thinks himself as the Most High. He thinks himself that he's so proud because he made all this technology. But little does he know that's the Most High that put him in his heart to make that tech. He thinks he's the one that did it himself and that he's also mighty. He's so powerful. You're not powerful. The Most High is the one that's powerful. The Most High, Yahweh, is the one that gave you that power, Esau. But you don't recognize it, man. I'll say this: you recognize the Most High as a supreme power, but you don't use the name because it's dreadful for you, man. It's dreadful to you. The name of the Lord is dreadful among the heathen, so you're not going to use it. All right, it's not meant for you to use it. Let's see here. We'll go back to Ezekiel 28. This is the book of Ezekiel 28, verse 3. Behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from thee. Behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. On a physical sense, now on a spiritual sense. Because Daniel, while he was alive, he was known to be very wise physically, in terms of physical wisdom. But Daniel was also spiritually wise. Esau is not more spiritually wise than Daniel. Esau is more physically wise than Daniel, more wise about the things of the world. You think Daniel could tell you about quantum physics or quantum, or let's see here. Let me think of a theory. Niels Bohr theory, all these different scientific theories, and all this garbage. You think he could tell you about that? Of course not. Now maybe they had certain scientific knowledge back then. That's true. But they don't know as much as they know now. Knowledge has increased, as you all know. You have computers, you have the internet. Nowadays, because everything's getting digitized, preparing people for the mark of the beast. Even when you go to sports games and shit. And I was watching this guy from what's his name, Owen Schroyer. He's always heavy with Alex Jones. He always runs with Alex Jones. Owen Schroyer, he was talking about it. He went to some baseball game and everything was digital. There's no paper at all. You show them some code on your phone, and that's how they let him in. You got to pay over the phone. It's a pain in the ass just to even go to a game. Before maybe you pay online, and then you just have a little slip with you, and you print out the slip and you just show them, and then yeah, here you go, come on in. Nowadays it's not like that at all. Everything's moving digital because they're preparing people for the mark of the beast. That's why when you go to a train station, you have a thing called the Omni, where you scan your phone over a scanner, because they want to put a chip in you eventually. They want to put a microchip into your body. All right, that's the preparing the people for it. But of course, us in this truth, we won't not be taking no mark of the beast. Okay, we won't be taking it. You don't want that shit. Fuck that shit. That shit is goofy as fuck. That shit is fucking stupid. And it's stupid because it's gonna fucking kill you. You're gonna take that dumbass thing, and then you're gonna die because of it. You can't repent. I don't care if you fast 5,000. I don't care if you fast for a year. I don't care if you fast for 30 days, 40 days, no food, no water. I don't care. You can't repent from that. If you got that chip in you, you're dying. You're going to die. All right, you will burn up. You're fucked. So don't take the chip. Don't gamble your life on a shitty fucking gay ass, fucking weak ass, effeminate ass, fucking doo-doo brain society, man. Fuck that shit. Don't do it. Don't do it. I repeat, don't do it, damn it. Because you're going to regret it if you do. So don't do it. No matter what. Just pray to the Lord to be safe during these times. So let's go get this HR 114 once again on congress.gov. I'm not sure if I even said when this was passed out, but fuck, I didn't even get the right bill. Damn it. Was it HR 119 or was it 114? Oh man, I got the memory of an old man sometimes. Fuck. I need to sleep more, that's why. Probably tonight, sleep a little early. Get some rest. Rest is very important. Sleeping is extremely important. You should try to get 8 to 10 hours if you can. This is basically a summary, so I'll just pull this out. The bill requires the Office of the Director of National Intelligence to report to Congress regarding the feasibility of establishing a Cyber Defense National Guard. The report shall address topics including the cost of creating a Cyber National Guard, the number of persons needed to defend critical U.S. infrastructure from a cyber attack, the sources of potential members of the Cyber Defense National Guard, and which federal government elements will be best equipped to train and manage the Cyber Defense National Guard. And this is a bill. This is just introduced. Right? This is introduced in the House latest action January 4th, 2021. And it's not really have been looked into ever since. And they do have something similar like this. Cyber National Guard. But it looks like they want to create like another branch of military just for this. 91st Cyber Brigade, Virginia National Guard. Okay, so... okay, this is the only one that they got, they say. The 94th Cyber Brigade was officially activated on September 1st, 2017 as the Army National Guard's first and only cyber brigade. The brigade consists of 5 battalions, 5 cyber security companies, 5 cyber warfare companies, and 11 cyber protection teams arrayed across more than 30 states. The primary mission of the brigade is to provide training and readiness oversight for these units, as well as operational command and control when needed. The brigade is a strategic asset to the U.S. Cyber Command and Army Cyber Command. All right, so once again, more spying. All that goes back to that Patriot Act. You know, and then they say certain of those things expired, but then they brought them back again. I think it was through some defense bill or something like that. They were able to reintroduce elements of it and bring it back. You know, so you're not safe out here, man. You're not safe with these damn devils. They want to spy on you. They want to control every aspect of your life, man. Every aspect of your life. You have a chip in you. You know, they want to have you living in a fucking. They're basically gonna make housing so fucking expensive that your average person can't live there, and they're gonna move people to tiny homes, little fucking pods, where you eat bugs through a fucking tube, and you just watch television all day. That's the goal that the elites have for you. And that's the end game. Okay, that's the fucking end game for these goofy ass elites. Okay, goofy ass, dumbass, retarded ass elites. Okay, so whole cyber brigade is real. You know, can I tell you everything play by play of what they're gonna do to us? No, I don't know. Now they may have certain papers out there, you know, documents, declassified papers, but I don't know. I've never read them. I haven't really looked too far into this. Once again, this shows you how they're wiser than Daniel. They have this kind of stuff, you know, which really these cyber brigades are probably the ones doing the cyber attacks anyway. You know, and then even you gotta wonder too, what's a cyber attack? You know, how far are they gonna take cyber terrorism? You're gonna say if you speak on the internet, is that terrorism? Because they call us domestic terrorists all the time. So they're gonna call what we do, how we put on the internet, they're gonna call that cyber domestic terrorism. You gotta think about these things. You know, how far are they willing to take it? You know. Now there was one more thing that was interesting about this bill that I would like to speak on, because I think that it would behoove me to speak on it. So let's see here. There we go. The impact. This is not verse 8. This is number 8, right? When you read the actual text and the content, the impact of the effectiveness of a cyber defense National Guard for the possibility that the population of potential recruits may be dominated by men and women without military intelligence, law enforcement, or government work experience. So it seems like the plan that they're going to have for the Cyber Defense National Guard is going to be mostly civilian based. All right, so it could be your mama. All right, they could have it, or they can make it even a larger system where they have civilian National Guard. Then of course they're going to have a snitch. They're probably going to have a snitch team. Okay, they're going to have a snitching team that are going to be out there just waiting to snitch. You know, because they already have documents and papers and things that show that that's what they really want. I think it was even in I'm not even sure about the whole story. Patriot Act 2, they wanted to add more clause that would make it more stringent. And in there they even had snitching. They had concentration camps. So they're going to put you in a concentration camp. If you speak about someone being put in a concentration camp, you will go to a concentration camp. You know, and just more garbage like that. You know, and just as a little aside too, they do got fucking camps out here. You know, I remember looking one up a long time ago that there is actually a FEMA camp. I think that's a little bit north of here that they are probably trying to send people there. Low one, they don't catch me, man, because I think my odds are pretty good up here. You know, low one, you know, I'll be safe. Just running around in the woods. You never see me again. You know, low one, I could find me a little shack or something and shack up and ride this whole thing out. You know, I'm not gonna be out here fucking fucked up in the city, you know, and dragged off to some fucking shit-eating camp. You know, fuck that shit. You know. That's one more thing. What else was I thinking of? What was the precept I had in my mind? What was the precept I had in my mind? I was thinking of something. And now I lost it. Fuck. Where was it? Oh, I know exactly what I was looking for. Now I know. Just had the stew on it for a second, and when that happens, you think of something, and then it just leaves you for a moment, and then you get it back again. And now I got it. Now I know exactly what I'm looking for. And this is the book of Matthew 24. And I'll stay here. I'll just read Matthew 24. I'll just get to the point. And then I'll probably get ready to close off. Verse 6, Matthew 24:6, and you shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, and see that you be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Alright, so wars, literal wars. And how are we able to see these wars and things come to pass? You see it through the internet, through the news, through television. Okay, all those things have been set up by the Lord to push these things out, and now we can see the prophecies front and center. Anywhere. Now you have it on your tablet. You can literally see prophecies unfold before your very eyes anywhere you are. You could be at the bar, you could be at the club, you could be here, you could be there, and you can always see it. Okay? At work, if your work has a television screen, like your break room, you'll see it there too. Okay? So you're seeing it 24/7. Verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. Alright, so nation against nation, that's war. Okay, when a nation wages war against another nation, and depending on whatever nation we're talking about, then they have some sort of defense council or defense meeting or defense commission that'll officially wage war. They'll go out and fight. Okay, in America, the Congress is supposed to declare war, but there's been time and time again where they've just gone straight to war. I believe just right on the president's order. Really, the president's not supposed to be doing that, but they don't care about the Constitution. The president is the so-called chief of the military, just to make him feel important. But really, the true chief of the military is really the elite bankers. Okay, that's who these leaders all report to. That's their commanding officer, Rothschilds and Warburgs and people like that. Okay. Now the rest, pestilences is plagues or diseases, COVID. Oh, fuck, man. Damn. Hopefully I don't get the video taken down, man. But fucking these diseases out here and shit. You know, the POTS. Right? People getting that shit. The POX. You know, one of my family members worked in a hospital, and she said that some guy had the POTS, and he was on his fucking nuts, and he couldn't walk straight. He had to walk like a cowboy like this to basically get around and shit. That's how fucked up. That's how fucked up he was. You know, his fucking nuts had the shit on it, and he couldn't walk. You know, so you know, watch yourself for certain of these hoes. You know, but you know, don't worry about them today. Those holes will always be there. You know, just deal with them tonight, or deal with them tomorrow, or just don't deal with them at all. You know. Verse 8. Earthquakes, because earthquakes all over the place, right? All over the world. All these are the beginning of sorrows, and they shall famines, right? Food shortages, right? Which obviously we're seeing that. You know, food shortages, the bottlenecks on supplies. They're trying to make this whole Black Sea deal, which they did. They signed off on it. Basically, Russia is gonna let Ukraine export like fertilizers, and then America's gonna let Russia export its fertilizers, and that's just a deal that they want to set up. Certain NATO nations want to actually block that so they can keep the war running, or she was gonna run it either way, you know. But certain NATO countries want to stoke the flames of war between these nations, so they can make money off of it, continue to flourish off of the death of their Edomite brothers, you know. But that's the mind of Esau, man. His heart is not upright in him. He's fucking wicked. He doesn't give a fuck. All right. All these are the beginning of sorrows. And that was verse 8. Verse 8. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and you shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. All right. So cyber defense, National Guard. It's clear what they have that out there. It has something to do with us. We want to use that. It's probably gonna tie into the mark of the beast, getting us off the internet, taking all our videos down. Making the internet, where you need to have a mark of the beast, you need to have a hand scan to get into the internet. You know, that's all going to tie into it. You'll have groups like these guys probably hack into accounts, destroy accounts, you know, scrub our pages, you know, etc., etc. You know, however they do it, you know, keep us from using our tech and so on and so forth. You know, but that was pretty much it that I mainly wanted to speak on. You know, this whole cyber defense, whole cyber National Guard thing is just another tool that they have. It wasn't passed. Nothing's happened to it. It's just, I guess you call it limbo. It's been a legal limbo, meaning that's just kind of been sitting in there in space. No one's really used it. They haven't really had it come up again in a congressional or Senate. I think it was in a House meeting, House of Representatives. You know, it has to pass the House, then it has to pass the Senate. It has to get to the president's hand. The president has to sign off on it, and then that's that. You know, so hey, you know, Lord willing, you know, brothers were edified, you know, and shalom.